In ancient Kemet, pharaonic Egypt, vagabonds, rootless wanderers, fugitives from labor obligations, or people without fixed residence or master, were treated as a threat to social and cosmic order, ma'at, and were actively controlled by the state. The government did not view them with pity or provide systematic welfare. Instead, it sought to recapture, punish, and reintegrate them into productive, supervised labor. Key evidence and practices. Terminology and categories. Texts distinguish free lower-class people, ND, servants, biak, conscripts, huspe, and specifically fugitives, tesh J, tesh JW, flight or unauthorized absence, tesh or WRE, from corvée agricultural duties or assigned work was a recognized offense against the state. Punishment. Recaptured fugitives and their families could be sentenced to lifetime forced labor on state land, e.g., Huspavis fields. One Middle Kingdom order from the Great Prison explicitly condemns a man with all his family to labor for life on state land. Helping a fugitive escape could result in the helper and his family also being consigned to labor camps or losing status. Other penalties included assignment as royal laborers, humdum nistablu, exile to remote areas such as oases or mining regions, or incorporation into state work gangs. Administrative control. The state maintained lists and tracked absences. Institutions such as the Great Prison, Hunart W, handled cases of flight. Local officials and courts, judged, investigated and sentenced, with confirmation sometimes required from higher authority. In later periods, communities could be held collectively responsible for the taxes or labor deficits caused by fugitives. Social and ideological view. A person without a fixed household, occupation, or patron stood outside the hierarchical web that maintained ma'at. Such individuals lacked the protection and reciprocity of family or institutional affiliation. The ideal citizen was tied to land, family, or state service. Rootless wandering disrupted the ordered circulation of labor and resources. Practical reality. True lifelong vagabonds in the modern sense of homeless street wanderers appear rarely in the sources. Most documented cases involve people fleeing temporary or permanent labor obligations, corvée, debt service, or assigned work. Foreigners, war captives, and debtors were more readily reduced to dependent status. Native Egyptians who absconded faced harsh but purposeful penalties aimed at restoring them to productive roles rather than simple incarceration or execution, except in extreme cases of repeated or aggravated offense. In short, the Kemetic government treated vagabonds and fugitives as labor defaulters who threatened order. The response was recapture, collective family liability in serious cases, and permanent reassignment to state-controlled work, a system designed to eliminate rootlessness and reassert hierarchical stability under ma'at. Physical, spiritual, and intellectual implications of vagabond status and state treatment in ancient Kemet. Physical implications. Vagabondage or unauthorized flight placed the body under direct state coercion. Recapture typically meant assignment to harsh, permanent agricultural or construction labor on state lands, often with the entire family. The body became a tool of forced production. Long hours of fieldwork, exposure to the elements, limited rations, and the physical toll of corvée-style work without the seasonal relief available to ordinary peasants. Corporal discipline, confinement in institutions such as the Great Prison, or exile to remote oases and mining regions further marked the body. Unlike the structured physical training of soldiers or the endurance expected of free laborers, the vagabond's body was treated as forfeited labor power. Health, strength, and longevity were subordinated to the state's need to restore order through productive punishment. In short, the physical self was reduced to an instrument of reintegration and deterrence. Spiritual implications. Spiritually, rootlessness represented a rupture with ma'at. The ideal Kemetic life was anchored in household, community, and reciprocal obligations that mirrored cosmic harmony. A person without fixed residence, occupation, or patron stood outside this ordered web and was perceived as an agent or potential agent of isfet, disorder. State punishment aimed not only at the body, but at restoring the individual to a place within the hierarchical cosmos. Lifetime labor service reinserted the person into a structured role under authority. thereby realigning them with Ma'at. Failure to reintegrate carried afterlife risks. Without family or institutional support for proper burial and funerary cult, the Ka and Ba faced greater difficulty in achieving a sustained existence. The spiritual implication was clear. To wander without place was to live in a state of partial spiritual exile from the ordered world the gods required. Intellectually implications. Intellectually, the vagabond occupied the lowest rung of valued knowledge. Formal scribal education and administrative literacy were elite privileges. The ordinary laborer's practical, experiential knowledge was respected within its sphere, but the rootless person was seen as lacking even that grounded competence. By fleeing obligations, the individual demonstrated a failure of the moral intellectual discipline that wisdom literature associated with proper conduct. State records treated such people as administrative problems to be catalogued, sentenced, and reassigned, rather than as thinking agents capable of self-directed contribution. The intellectual implication was marginalization. The mind that rejected hierarchy and fixed role was regarded as disordered, and the remedy was external control rather than education or persuasion. Summary: for the Kemetic state, the vagabond's physical body had to be reclaimed for labor. The spiritual self had to be forced back into hierarchical alignment with Ma'at, and the intellectual capacity was treated as unreliable until subordinated. The overall implication of official policy was that rootlessness was not a neutral personal condition, but a disruption requiring corrective force so that both individual and society could return to ordered function.
For more educational videos and deep dives on this very important and all-encompassing subject, please visit my Patreon at the link given below in the video description and comments page. Thank you for letting your guards down for once and heeding the ancient clarion call. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.